Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Tristan here, the digital storyteller, and I'm super excited to be with you once again for another episode of Cinecut, where we will be talking about the accessories you need to get up and running and get started with the Zcam. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Woo! So there's been tons of people that have reached out to me about the Zcam. They wanted to know what monitors should I use? What lenses should I use? What batteries should I use? Should I buy it? What's the best camera or the best version across the line? And you know what? I decided I might as well make a video just to help out the novice person, the person that's just getting used to even owning a Zcam, or a person that is interested in purchasing a Zcam and showing them how to use it and what are some of the accessories that you need, the basic stripped down kit that you would need in order to get started and start shooting and filming and creating stuff. So I've listed all of these accessories below in the comment section. If you just want to jump down there and start picking things up and looking at them and browsing on Amazon and browsing on different websites, you can go ahead and do that. But I'm going to go through each one step by step so that you have a good idea and a good sense of why I picked it up and why it would be a great purchase, at least for your base kit when it comes to the Zcam. Because the Zcam, for those of you that don't know, is a camera that's kind of like a baby red. It produces amazing images that will blow you away. It shoots in 4K, 6K, 8K, 2K, turnaround K, whatever you want to say. Ooh, all of that rhymed. And it is a great camera. It is really nice. It's beautiful. It's really nice to use. I've had the Z camera, or I had a couple of Z cameras now for the last year and a half, and they've been tremendous in terms of just stepping up the quality of my work and my workflow. But that being said, they come at an expense, and you have to go in eyes wide open. The first thing that you have to understand is that, again, it's just the body. You just get one of these here, okay? This is actually not everything that you get. You actually just get the camera itself, not the cage, not the plate, not anything else. You just get the camera. If you are not aware that you're just getting the camera, then you may be turned off by the idea of picking it up. But if you understand that this is a camera that you can build, you can tweak to your satisfaction, it becomes very, very powerful and a very usable tool. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about the first accessory that you should pick up to start your Zcam kit. Now, the first accessory is a battery. Now, this may seem like a very, very simple purchase or a simple thing, but you have to remember, with the Zcam, there is no battery that comes with it. You don't get a battery. You are literally paying for a couple cables and the camera itself. So the batteries that work with the Zcam are the MPF 970s. The ones that I have in my hand, they're old school Sony batteries that work really, really well. They're probably about $50, $40 to $50, depending on where you buy them from. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you get the ones that are high capacity or high voltage. If you get the ones that are a little bit cheaper, this one here is a pretty good voltage. Let me see here. This is giving me 74 million amps. So that's what you kind of want when it comes to these batteries. You don't want to get the cheaper batteries that are like 20 bucks or 15 bucks with the lower amps. Like this one here is only 66 milliamps. It's really, really important that you get the right amount of wattage out of your batteries, because the less power it has, the less time it'll be able to power your actual Zcam. And that means that you're gonna have to buy more batteries and walk with more batteries, and that will become a little bit of a nuisance. So keep that in mind. But batteries are the very first purchase that I would get. I would get a couple of these. You can get them on Amazon for probably about $50 to $60, and they're well worth it, and they're very inexpensive. The next accessory to build out your Zcam basic kit is a cage. Now, the Zcam does have a lot of mounting options. It has enough to get away with allowing you to do what you need to do in terms of filming or attaching different accessories to the camera. But I wouldn't suggest that. What I would suggest is that you actually pick up a cage like this. And this is a small rig cage for the Zcam. It's very, very well built. I mean, most of what small rig makes is worth its weight in terms of the price that you pay. So this is a really, really nice cage. There are tons and tons of different mounting points and holes here, which is really, really cool. We also have a custom sort of cutout for all of the buttons, so all the buttons are still accessible. We have a mounting point right in the middle at the top, and we have some more mounting holes at the top here and also at the front and at the side. So we have tons and tons of areas where we can mount things onto our camera. And I think that that's really, really important, because again, when we're talking about cameras, we want to make sure that we're not stressing the body and that we're allowing ourselves to be able to have a plethora of different options when it comes to mounting options. So this small HD cage with this mounting ridge that you have to pay a little bit extra for, I think it's like an extra 15 bucks or so, is a really, really nice option when it comes to the Zcam. I would definitely pick up this, because you can actually attach the next accessory to it. And the next accessory that we're going to talk about is a handle. Handles are really, really important, although they are something that many people don't use. With this particular camera, because it's so heavy, and it becomes more heavy as you add a cage and as you add lenses and batteries and other accessories, handles and things of that nature, having a nice handle up at the top makes a difference. And the way that works is you just take this handle here, which is made by Small Rig, and you just slide it onto this ridge here. It's making a little bit of noise, but it's okay. And then all you're gonna do is twist to tighten. And now it's tight. I twisted it up at the top here. It's tight, and you are good to go. And now this handle will not move at all, and you have a nice sturdy handle you can use. I use this to kind of have an extra mounting area for lights, for pretty much anything, to be honest with you. It really is a great tool to have. I also use it to mount my monitor and mount additional cables and extension cords and things of that nature. So it's really, really nice for that. Hey, do you find it hard to find dope music for your YouTube videos or for your client projects? I can relate. One of the best platforms that I use right now is called Epidemic Sound. They have a bunch of different music and sound effects that you can actually access for a very low monthly fee. It's a membership-based service that I've used now for the last 2 years, and it's super dope. So if you're looking for anything from top 40s music to pop, funk, jazz, R&B, reggae, hip hop, classical rock, and anything in between, definitely check out Epidemic Sound's 30-day free trial. Just use the link in the description below. The next accessory that you need for your basic Zcam kit is a monitor. Now this monitor here is pretty dope. This monitor is the Best View R5 monitor, and it is a 5.5 HD display, and it's only about 240 bucks. It's super bright. Well, I mean, comparatively to the Ninja or to the Shinobi, it's about half the brightness. But for beginners, if you just want a base kit and you need something that's larger than the screen that comes on the Zcam itself, then this monitor, for the price and for the build quality, I would definitely check this out. So the way that we would place this on or mount this onto our Zcam is we would take it, I'm gonna kind of bend this a little bit, and then put it onto the handle area. And all we're gonna do is just screw it on here, and it's on there securely. And then this is what we got here, okay? So as you can see, it's just like a little baby red. It looks really dope and petite and small and very discreet. That's the thing I really like about it, is that it really is discreet. And never forget, you also need an HDMI wire or cable in order to connect the signal coming from the camera to the monitor. So the next accessory that you should get for your basic Zcam kit is a grip. Now, this particular grip is called the Revolver, and it's a grip that is specifically made for the Zcam, and it's made by actually a Zcam user that's in the Facebook group. And he's a really good guy. He makes really great product, and I'll definitely put a link below for this particular product. This grip is a little expensive. It's about $500 Canadian. That's before shipping and handling and all the other stuff. So if you don't have that type of budget, then what I would say is pick up the small rig grip, either a metal grip, or you can get a wood grip that actually has a space for a hard drive, so you can record your image or your video right from the sensor to the hard drive. So it's up to you. I'm just using this as an example. You don't have to spend 500 bucks. You can get, you know, a decent grip that isn't as robust as this. It's not as good as this, but will do the trick for now to get you up and running for anywhere between 60 to 100 bucks. And the last accessory that you need to build your beautiful, new, simple but chic Zcam rig is a memory card. Now, I know you may be thinking to yourself, well, why do I need a memory card to build a rig? Well, if you don't have something to record on, then you really don't have a rig at all, right? You need something to record on. So this card here is from Computer Bay, but basically this particular brand makes CFast cards, and they make it for the cheapest price I've seen on Amazon anywhere, because this is $256 and you're paying about $240. So you're paying about, I don't know, 85 cents or something per gig, which is not too bad. I've had these cards now for about a year, and it's worked out well for me. And they're good. They're fast. You can pretty much record any speed. Well, I know what you're thinking next is like, okay, Tristan, this is all great and dandy. This looks pretty good, but how much does all of this cost? What does it cost for me? So we got the cage here, which is about $100. We have a grip, which would be another $100 if you just got a basic grip. If you got this grip, it'll be $500. The handle, the top handle, would be another 60 bucks. The monitor is $240, $250. The batteries are 50 bucks each. And what else? The HDMI cable is probably about 10 bucks. And the CFast card that's inside of here is going to run you about $240. So altogether, you're looking at about anywhere between $800 to about $1,000, in addition to whatever you spent on the Zcam to get it up and running. Now, if you notice, I did not specify what kind of lenses to get, because at the end of the day, that's really up to you. Right now, I'm using the Zcam E2 S6, and that will allow you to mount any lens that is EF compatible or Canon lenses onto the Zcam with no problem. So really it comes down to you. But as a bonus, I know you're gonna ask me what kind of lens am I using, what should you get, etc., etc. So I'll show you which lens I'm gonna use. The lens that I would suggest to you for the money and for the flexibility, and to really showcase the beauty and the really buttery creamness of this camera is the Sigma 18-35. Now, many people live and die by this lens. I don't live and die by this lens, but you know, if I had, you know, only 2 lenses or 1.5 lenses to pick from, I would pick this lens, and I'll probably pick a nifty 50 from Canon. And that's the end of another episode of Cinecut with your host, me, Tristan Barrocks. I hope you learned something and you laughed out loud too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below in the comments section. If you are liking the content that I'm creating, please consider subscribing to the channel, and also like and share this video if you think it was helpful to you and you think it would be helpful to others. Until the next time, stay positive, stay safe, and stay creative. Peace.